G'day all, it's Colin from PCTLC and thanks for joining me. Well, today I'm having a look at Silent Robot's SalientOS. Everyone's been looking at it. Always saying hello to him on several YouTube chats. Really nice guy. I thought it was really good to see that he had a distro for himself out, so I thought I would give this a look. So first of all, I'm going to install SalientOS. So there we go there, install. Based on Arch. So have we got any other English here? Well, that's it. American English, British English, that'll do. Australia Perth. English Australia. Let's go for the manual. Now this is an Arch install, so this is fairly easy so far. So let's have a look at this one here. I want to keep that as, format that as FAT32 and boot ESP, that's what I want. So let's do that. And let's format it as ext4, mount point is a root, and that should do me there. So we should be good to go there. We've got the swap there. So let's go. Okay, let's go back. Oh, boot EFI, that's what I didn't do. I didn't check boot EFI. Let's format that, FAT32, boot EFI, boot ESP. Okay, now we should be right to go. Yep. And let's go next. Yep, format SDA1, FAT32, yep, and SDA3, that one. BDFI, yep. Okay, let's install. I have to say right off the bat, this is only running off USB at the moment, but gee, it's pretty quick. Okie doke, so we are all done there. SalientOS 2019.2 rolling Chabalonzo has been installed on your computer. You may restart into your new system or continue using SalientOS live environment. Alright, so I'm not going to restart yet. We'll save my recording and boot into the desktop, and hopefully all goes well in that area there. So see you in the new desktop. Okay, so here we are in the desktop of SalientOS. I did a second install because the first one was the NVIDIA one and I had to download the non-NVIDIA ISO because it just kept coming up with a black screen. Installs the same, everything looks the same. Just that the black screen, I tried the no mode set and plenty of no mode sets and Nouveau.mode set and all those sorts of things, but it just wouldn't boot. And that's not a reflection of SalientOS, that's just my absolute pain in the backside NVIDIA card. So it plays up with the smallest incompatibilities. So very annoying. So we are in the desktop of SalientOS. So I just thought I'd have a quick look around here to see what we've got here. So we've at the bottom here we've got I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, that's a panel properties, panel preferences. Yep, that's a XFC panel. Up here is panel preferences. It's an XFC panel as well, and I would have to think that that is as well. Very nice. So Silent Robot has made good use of panels. So how far does this one stretch? Panel preferences. So it only goes to there. It's locked. Automatically increase the length if you add something on there. Okay. Alright, that's all good. And this one here, panel preferences, automatically increase the length. So if I was to, let's see, we've got, we have a simple screen recorder open there, and we have a right-click menu. So we have 12 updates available. We got shut down and restart and log out and so forth, calendar. My simple screen recorder running there, your internet of course, and what's that? Clipboard and sound. So let's have a look at the updates. Let's apply that. Oh, failed to synchronize. Oh, actually. Alright, so... yeah, I haven't done that, have I? So what we need to do... we've got Chromium here. Let's open Chromium. Okay, so let's open Chrome. So what do we got here? We got corners. Yep. Nice. Yep, that's cool. All right. Let's go to google.com.au to start with, and let's go. Oh, that's probably why that's not working either. I haven't done my network yet, have I? That would help. Let's try that. Okay, now we've got a network. Let's try that again. And we only have to type in a couple letters. It should come up. Oh no, because it didn't. Yeah. SalientOS. Oh, that's a bit weird. Let's go back to Google. SalientOS Linux. This one here. Okay, there it is. That was pretty strange because the other day it came up on, I'm pretty sure, on top of the list. So what's going on there? Silent? Has it dropped down the list already? That was really weird. Okay, so we're going to go to, where is it, files, I think, and should have been copying it, following this first before I did anything. So after install, we need to update the system. So let's find a terminal. XFC terminal will do. Sudo reflect. We need to add sudo's file first, don't we? Let's do that first. Where is it? Etsy sudo as su. Oh yeah, okay, yep, gotta go su. So su and password. and what is it? EzeeSudoers. We need to have a look at what accessories, notes. I can just use nano, but I want to see. We'll just have notes. Why am I selecting that? Accessories. What have we got? Redshift. Text editor should be probably gedit, I would say. Z. Okay, he's using Z. Nice. Let's go Z. EzeeSudoers. Okay. Now, what was the plan here? Directly below the root, your username, all in all. Do we have gaps in? Probably have gaps in these, don't we? I'm not quite sure whether that matters or not. Let's paste that and save that. Let's quit that. Let's quit that. Close window. Keep that open for now. Let's open terminal again. Sudo reflect. Password. Alright, so that looks like it's working. I'm not sure if it's doing anything. Should be. There we go. Looks like everything has worked okay. So what's next? So we've done sudo reflect for UK residents. Type that one for reflect UK. Okay. Refresh the newly updated mirrors. Sudo. Let's just paste that. Okie dokes. And ensure required upgrades are applied. Synchronizing. So that's NVIDIA stuff. So I didn't try that. I just downloaded the NVIDIA one, which comes with all that stuff pre-installed. That's probably why it wouldn't start up. A bit of a pain, but nevertheless, it is what it is. So let's cancel that. Do I want to proceed with installation? Yes. Didn't see that there. So we know he's got a Z in here, so that's interesting. We've got a web browser. Let's have a look at internet. Firefox, Chromium, already got Telegram, very nice. Thunderbird, transmission. So I'd have to think that because it's based on Arch, that everything would probably be up to date. So that would be nice. So Firefox and Chromium, but web browser as well in favorites. So where's the web browser? Is that the GNOME web browser or what? It's interesting. Let's have a look. Oh, that's Chrome. Oh, so that's just named. That's named Chromium. Okay, that's fine. That's the web browser. Generic name. In my defense, sometimes the web browser is actually called the GNOME web browser. There can be a different web browser called web browser, which is normally the GNOME one. But yeah, this is XFCE, so I doubt whether that would be the case. So he's got a lot of applications in here. So it's got the Kvantum manager, Kvantum, or is it a silent V, or or Silent K, I'm really not sure how you pronounce that. Kvantum, I'm not sure. You make up your own mind. I'm just given options. Bulk rename, Clipman Compton, HP device manager, notes, Redshift, okay, Thuna, Wine Tricks as well, development, Fluid and Meld. I think Meld is a text editor, is it? I think, I'm pretty sure. So it's got Lutris and Steam, native and runtime. Nomax, don't mind the Nomax image viewer, Inkscape, GPic, GIMP, Darktable and Blender. All those there, and Internet, which we've seen already. Multimedia, Audacity X Felso, what is that? Handbrake, Kden Live, Media Player Classic, MPV Player, I like that, OBS, OpenShot, Patchage, Patch Matrix, Pulse Audio, QJack, probably wouldn't even know what to do with that. Simple Screen Recorder, I didn't install that, it was already here, very nice. So it's got nothing in Office, so I think it's mainly a gamer's distro. That's fine, you can always install the Office programs, it's not a problem. And probably most of your typical XFCE stuff here. File Manager would be Thuna. Oh, well, that's not. Let's check that out. Help and About. Thuna, yep. Okie dokes. Do we have a Open as root? Open folder as root. Yeah. That's always good to see people are starting to put those back in. It's pretty good. And system settings. It's all the settings there. And system. Add remove software. HTOP gparted. Kitty, never heard of that one. VirtualBox is installed. Software update. Okay, so we've got add remove software, which is, I think that's PAMAC, isn't it? About PAMAC, yep. And I think we would have preferences there as well. AUR, you can unlock the AUR there. Maybe do that later. And then you've got your package manager there, which is the PAMAC. Yep. So looking pretty good. So if we go to settings, settings editor, no, didn't want to do that. Settings manager, there we go. Appearance, let's have a look what he's got in here, going here. Add way to dark, arc. It's a pretty good, I like the actual, what icons we got going. Numix circle, okay. Papyrus, I like Papyrus. And he's got all the papyruses in there, very nice. All settings. What am I after? The window manager tweaks, is it? No. Window manager. Now, I haven't heard of that theme before, so that's interesting. But it is very nice, I must say. I like that theme. I don't know if I'll remember that name, but I like that theme. Software updater, removable drives and media. So let's go from the appearance, desktop, file manager, Kvantum manager, a simple GUI for installing, selecting and manipulating Kvantum themes. Now I know Ferran was using this in his KDE experimental, which is now called Next, I think. So notifications panel. So you got pretty much window effects. Opacity, shadow. Window manager tweaks, we should have compositor there. That's synchronized to the vertical blank. I don't know, that really, I find that rarely does anything at all, that little switch there. But let's have a look. Let's open Chromium. Let's go to YouTube and screen tearing test. Let's have a look. So I currently have screen tearing there, so I'll probably have to put on, I think I seen he had Compton. Has he got Compton in here? Yes, he has. Let's have a look. So we're going to do Compton. We have to do settings manager. We have to turn off window manager tweaks, compositor, and turn that off. Now is Compton running? I'm not sure. Compton. Was that in the settings manager? Let's have a look. Compton. Oh, very nice. Compton's running. So all I've done is hit Compton and that's running. Now I don't know if that's there's no screen tearing now. That's really good. So it's not very often that works straight out of the box on this computer. So I'm pretty impressed with that. So we don't have. So notice that now we've got. We need to probably adjust the opacity on this thing here because it's not transparent anymore. That's fine. How would we do that? So Compton. So I suppose if you did that again, let's go to settings manager again. Startup application session startup. Application auto start. So Compton's not auto start in there, so we could easily just check that box and auto start it. That's not a problem. Panel preferences. Yeah, we can't adjust that because we've turned it off in the settings there. So maybe some option somewhere for Compton, maybe. So the only thing that we haven't got in here is Office. Got some favorites there. So whether you add stuff up here or you put them into favorites, that's just as easier. So the other thing is, let's go to settings again and see if we can go to keyboard. I think it's in keyboard, shortcuts. Now he's not using the super for anything, is he? Minimal super P, no. Just super L, no. So if we add, what is it? XFCE4, is it? Oh, I can't remember now. Pop up whisker menu. I'm not sure if that's right or not. Okay, and hit the super key. Oh, I got it right. Geez, I thought that was wrong. I thought it was XFWM or something like that. So now we have a menu, open the menu with the super key. So I wonder if we can switch Compton off. I don't know whether we can or not. If we go back to Compton and hit that, see what happens. Oh, now it's off. Okay, so now we've got the transparency back. All right, so it just switches Compton on and off, which is probably a better option at the end of the day instead of it being on all the time. So if you're watching YouTube, you can just switch Compton on. So now we've got the transparency back. panel preferences, appearance, and you can see full color there. Transparency, there we go. Okay. Right click has a menu as well. So you got all the menu there. Simple screen recorders running down there. You've got OBS, Steam, Lutris. So I don't do a lot with games, but this looks like it could be a bit of a gaming distro, this one. And I know EB's been doing a couple of videos about it. I think sudo reboot was doing that as well. So overall, looks pretty nice and runs pretty quick as well, I must say. Lightning fast. So I'm pretty sure we're up to date. Updates. Your system is up to date. So you've got Telegram in there. So let's have a quick look at PAMAC and see. Let's go to preferences. And go to the AUR and switch that on. I just want to see, let's check for updates from there as well. Let's close that. And let's do a search for Zoom. I don't know if Zoom would be in the repos or if anyone's done anything. Oh yeah, Zoom is there. See, this is the thing with, so I suppose you gotta know that it's trusted. But I'd have to think that it's coming, it's somehow been set up to be pulled down from the Zoom website itself, you'd have to think. So that's pretty good. And now we've got some updates pending. Let's apply those. So overall, this is pretty good. Now, what I might do is, this is on my Toshiba laptop, and I actually might put this on the Lenovo laptop and see how it runs on there, because it's pretty quick. So I might try that. Overall, seems to run nice. There's no issues. Haven't had any crashes or anything like that so far. Haven't been running it long, but that's normally a good sign anyway. And we've got the settings button there, and I didn't see that. So all in all, quite a nice little distro here that Silent Robot has made, and pretty impressive. And I might actually run this a bit on my other laptop and see how it goes on there. And I'm not planning on gaming or anything, so that's fine. But I just want to see how this runs for a bit. We'll just wait for the updates to come down. I don't have any games from Steam or anything like that. I think my son's got one or two, but I haven't really... I've tried them when I'm testing and stuff. That's about as far as I go. I'm not sure what Kitty is. Kitty. I like the themes he's got going on his terminal too, is really nice. Was that also, I think that was on the XFCE terminal as well, wasn't it? Yeah, that's pretty cool. And it also tells you what themes are running as well. GTK 2 theme, add weighted dark. So what was in Window Manager? Different themes there. Arc dark, arc darker. Oh, that's a big one. It's good colours on there as well. Bit smaller. It's pretty huge. Yeah, we'll stick with that one for a while. That's pretty good. I like that. Your system is up to date, so that's all done. Just having another quick look through the graphics here. We've got a G-pick, Palette G-pick. Add colours to Palette. Okay, I've never used that before. Not quite sure how that works. GIMP would it be 2.10? I think 2.10. Yep. Inkscape, Blender. I don't know what versions they're up to because I don't normally use them. Kdenlive, I'm interested to see what version that's up to. I think I was using 18 something, I think. Help and about Kdenlive. 18.12, very nice. Yeah, you expect that from Arch anyway, because they're always got the most up-to-date software. And one thing I haven't checked, and I'm pretty bad at doing, is I never check the actual kernel that it's running. Don't know if people are fussed about that, but it's always good to see. 4.20.10, right up to date. So that is SalientOS, brought to you by Silent Robot, and I'm quite enjoying using this at the moment, so I might actually put it on the other laptop and continue testing things on this laptop. And the reason I use this laptop, yes, it's a pain in the backside, but also at the same time, if a distro passes this one, then it's not too bad at all. Elementary and Linux Mint are the two that have pretty much passed the test on this thing. SalientOS is okay, but I haven't tried NVIDIA, and I know from installing his NVIDIA one here, it didn't boot. It was just black screen all the time, so that's expected anyway, because I think somebody told me my card is Optimus, so if that's the case, it's probably a little bit more of a workaround to get it going, and I've tried and I can't get it going, so yep. So we'll leave shortcut to this in the show notes, and if you want, you can check out SalientOS, brought to you by Silent Robot. Great job, Silent. Pretty impressive. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting and informative, and thank you for watching.